She will play it because she's a crazy reviewer, gamer. Hopefully this song is shorter for you guys because she thinks the last one was too long, but she still is a crazy cat lady, you gamer. Hopefully this is the last one because like before, I don't like singing these songs.
Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational and entertainment purposes. Hi everybody, Martha here. So, how was everybody's New Year's Eve? Did you stay up all night? Because I didn't, because that's work today. So, um, it was good. You guys had fireworks, blew, um, you were able to drink. You drank. So yeah. So today we're doing the Never Ending Story first movie. Finally got around to doing it. So this movie is really, really good, and the book that it's based off of is really good too. Because I just got done listening to it. Since I listen to audiobooks, and I find that a lot more easier for me to understand than me reading, even though I still do read. So yeah, and so I'm a lot like Bastian here. So I think if you ask me, out of the 3 actors that played Bastian, I think this kid is the best one. So yeah, I wish he would be able to play him in the second one too, but apparently I guess he I don't know, it's hard to tell because that Brandon guy looks a lot older than him, and so it's hard to tell if he out aged or he just no longer act. So yeah, and same thing with Atreyu. Think this Atreyu's the best one too. So yeah. Ask me, this one's even though I like the second one, I love this one more. I don't know, maybe because it's this one's the second one I don't really find. I mean, there is some scary moments in it, but this one definitely has like more scary moments and more sad moments if you're a kid watching it. Because it's weird, like the early not like the 80s and the early 90s had a lot of movies that scare kids that were meant to be kids movies. I mean, there's usually some oddball in the bunch during every single decade that's a kids movie that can scare a kid. But a lot of them did happen during the 80s, and this is one of them. And yeah, the puppets in here are really good. The snail looks pretty good. The bat looks pretty good. Let me see what other puppets we got. We got the rock slasher. That puppet looks great. I wonder how they operated that one because that one was huge. The Gore, the wolf, or in the book he's a werewolf. So yeah, his puppet looks so freaky. It's very effective. It looks scary, and so that one's really effective. And only one. Okay, I like so Falcor is very particular because Falcor's puppet is the rest of the body looks fine, but the head, I don't know. It's like every single time I see this movie, any of them, Falcor's head looks like a dog's head. Because the way like the ears droop, it's not in the long mouth, the nose. I mean, the first one is the one that's most closest to a dragon, but like as the movies go on, and especially even in the cartoon, which you're probably surprised, there's a cartoon. Yes, there's a cartoon, and um, he, I don't know, his face mainly looks, and sometimes his talons look like paws. So yeah, I don't know. I know they're trying to make Falcor look friendly since he's a luck dragon, but I don't know. I mean, Spyro's looks friendly, and he doesn't have to look like a dog. So yeah, that's the only puppet I have a problem with, and this mainly the head. Yeah, I know he just looks like a flying white retriever to me. So yeah, I mean I love Falcor, but I just can't help it. I can't help what my mind thinks. So let's get on with the story. Now that we talked about all of the characters and all the puppets. Oh yeah, and the childlike empress. If you wonder what he's saying at the end of the movie when he's like screaming and it's like storming, it's Moonchild. And it's supposed to be named after his mom, so yep, I guess his mom was a hippie. So anyway, the movie starts out with Bastion getting bullied by a bunch of kids, and he gets put into a trash. Like, he goes in the dump. He goes into the dumpster. But he also goes into as he gets out of the dumpster, he goes into the bookstore and talks to the old man, and he sees the Nursery Story book, and he just takes it. Especially in the movie. In the book, he is very scared that he stole it, and he's afraid to go back and see what the man will do to him. Because in the book, he's very unfriendly because he doesn't like that. He doesn't like what's happened to the world, that not many people read anymore. All they do is watch TV and movies and stuff like that. A lot of them don't read. So yeah. And instead of going to school, he Bastion ditches school to read the book. And don't ever do this, kids. If there's any kids watching this video, don't ditch, even to read. So yeah, he's up in the attic, and this attic's like really weird. Like, what type of attic is this? Is the attic for the drama club, which is like there's stuff everywhere that are weirded. So yeah, I wouldn't want to read in there if I was a kid, but yeah, he starts reading the book, and he finds out the Neverending Story is having a big problem, a very big problem called the Nothing, and the Nothing is trying to destroy everything, literally, because it's like the thing that they're destroying was never there to begin with. So yeah, because they like use examples. If it's a river, it doesn't dry up. The place where the river was is gone. So yeah, even the hole that was holding the river is gone. So yeah, so and people are disappearing and stuff like that, and into the nothing. And It's just it's not a person, even though enough they does bring something down there. Even some work down there. It's I don't know. It's, in the movie, it looks like wind, and in the book, it's basically just something that it's kind of like this invites you and it crumbles you, it kind of crumbles you up and takes you to our world and stuff like that. Basically, it destroys the person who it gobbles the thing that it gobbles up, basically. And like I said, it sends down Grimork to find the person that is going to try to stop them, and Empress is sick, so they ask a bunch of people, but mainly Treyu comes up and says he'll do it, and he goes off with his horse or Artex, and they're running along until basically they get to the bog, like, and the bog is like made of sadness and stuff like that, and there is so since and Treyu's wearing the Orin, which is a necklace that can protect you from some bad things happening to you. Unlike Ortex, he is not protected to what happens to you in the swamp. It's called the Swamp of Sadness, so it makes you feel sad. So sad that until you sink. So yeah. And the whole entire and after that, so Artex starts to sink, and in the book it's a lot sadder because guess what? Artex talks. So like the whole entire time he's like sinking, he's talking like, I want to die, basically, and he's telling the tree, go on without me. The book's like, it's just even sadder in the book, like, jeez, you thought make kids cry by watching this part or scream. The book definitely would. So yeah, and poor he sinks. Treyu's all alone now, and yeah, so he has to go talk to giant turtles. Basically, that's what they look like. Oh yeah, this puppet's really good too. Like the head looks really great, and the way the head moves and stuff like that. And while he's talking to the puppy, he has to go and talk to talk to a gate, basically, and the turtle says it puts hopeless because it's a long way, but he keeps on Trey keeps on going until he starts Gamork is starting to come, but in the movie he's actually starting to sink actually, but Falcor come and gets him, but in the way the book works, he finds Falcor trapped in a spider web, about to be eaten, and he ends up saving him after both of them, but they both get poisoned because they find out the poison allows you to wish you where you need to go, so that's what they do. But and these two little elves, norms or whatever they are, little people, the wife kills both of them, and the husband I don't remember these guys' names, so I'm just gonna say the husband and the wife. Is a scientist, and he studies the gates that Atreyu's going to, and he like after Atreyu's all better, he lets him look through his telescope, and he watches a knight try to go through the gates, and he finds out that he didn't have enough courage. So Atreyu says, "I'll try," and he tries to go through with it, and he finds out he has enough courage. So yay, he did it! And the next one he has to see his true self, and he what he sees is Bastion. So he has to see his Bastion. And he goes through the mirror, and he finally reaches the final gate. And he's talking to the gate and finds out that in order to heal the childlike Empress and have Fantasia saved, is that she needs a new name. But it has to be from a human. It can't be from somebody in Fantasia. So Atreyu has to bring a human to Fantasia. Every time I hear that name Fantasia, reminds me of the movie. I know they probably have nothing to do with each other, but wow. So he's looking around to see how he can find a human child, how to get to the borders of Fantasia, and Falcor is helping him, and basically him and Falcor get separated for a while, and he comes to a place where he finds Gmork, where in the movie it's a bunch of pictures that he's seen, he's dealt with like through the whole entire story, and also in the book it's place where dark animals live, so Gmork would fit in nicely, and Gmork's gonna die because the leader of that place finds out who he really was and what he was there to do, and so before they went to the nothing, she made it where he's chained and he's poisoned, he's gonna die basically, and so yeah, and I don't know, cause the way it works in the movie, he just jumps on Atreyu after he explains who he is, and Atreyu stabs him. But in the book, he practically talks himself or and laughs himself to death. Like it's like talking. What the fuck? I don't know which one's worse. He gets stabbed right away, or he laughs himself to death. I don't know, sounds like something a Joker would do. So like, what the heck? I mean, laughing yourself, so that sounds pretty scary, but you didn't even fight him. But anyway, basically, in the movie, the entire land that he's sitting on after he talks to the rock giant, finds out that the snail owner and the bat owner both were taken by the nothing, and he tried to protect them by, these look like big strong hands, don't they? And he's sad that he wasn't able to protect them from being taken by the nothing. I don't think that part's in the book, but it's sad nonetheless. If it is, I don't remember. So the nothing takes the land that he's on, and Falcor comes and saves Atreyu, and so they have to go and like talk to the Twilight Empress, and they use Orin to find her, and both in the movie it's kind of weird. It's like him and the Twilight Empress and Atreyu are talking, and they eventually get to the part where Bastion realized that this is real. In the book, they explain about the old man that you do see in the third one. So there is some references to in the third one, but like one little bit character. But yeah, but they explain that there's a narrator and his job is just to write things down that happens in the book. So yeah, and he's telling the Twilight Empress what's wrong with her. So that's basically what happens in the book. That's right before this, and Bastion figures out after the Neverending Story is destroyed, went to nothing. Him and the trial after he like screams outside and says, "Moon Child!" But you can't hear it because the wind is too strong. So yeah, and she says you have to keep on wishing until you bring all your friends back. Keep on wishing until you do Fantasia. So the book continues, but the movie ends here basically because the first like he's riding on Falcor and he like sees everything. We see that Artax is back, but in the book he stays dead. Sorry guys. And he asks to have Falcor chases those bullies into the dumpster. And that's when the movie ends. But this is when like one of the best songs happen. It's the Never-Ending Story. I had this song on my phone. So yeah, it's a good movie, a good book. So I'm gonna give both of them 10 out of 10. What do you give it, Sully?
I give it over paws. In my tail, even if the dragon looks like a dog.
Yep, the story, everything makes up for it. So yeah, I mean, and also the bad guy dies terribly in both, but I just love it so much. I can forget for those two mistakes. So yeah, so we'll find out what happens next in the book tomorrow, or maybe if there's nothing else to do for you guys. So yeah, bye bye guys. Like, share, and subscribe.